This is the place where we break down these updates in simple English so you can always know what is going on and not miss a single important change. Before we go further, I want to say something important to you. This channel is not just another news channel. This channel is made only for you. If you are a senior, if you are on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, VA benefits, if you worry about pension cuts, if you are waiting for stimulus check updates, or if you just want clear and simple news about your benefits, then this is your home. I created this space so you never feel left out or confused. Here you will always get updates about Social Security benefits, SSA news, retirement changes, pension news, and every single detail that affects you directly. So if you want a channel that is only for you, where every video is made with you in mind, then make sure you hit that subscribe button right now and turn on the notification bell. That way you will always know the truth about your money and your benefits, and you will never miss a single important update again. Now let us go back to the big headline that has been floating around. The number $2,400 keeps showing up. Many people are asking, is this a one-time deposit? Is it an increase, or is it just another rumor? To answer that, we first need to understand how Social Security and these benefit programs usually work. Every month, the Social Security Administration sends out payments to retirees who paid into the system during their working years. Along with them, there are millions of disabled workers who qualify for SSDI, millions more who receive SSI because they are either elderly with little income or disabled with very low resources. And let us not forget our veterans who receive VA benefits. These programs combine support over 70 million people in America. When you add in their spouses, children, or family members who depend on them, the total number of lives touched by these payments is even higher. So whenever a rumor starts about extra money, like a $2,400 deposit, it naturally creates a wave of excitement and hope, but also confusion because people want to know if it's real. During the last election cycle, Trump and other leaders made many promises about protecting Social Security and even increasing support for seniors. One idea that has been talked about in Congress for years is giving seniors an extra $200 per month. If you add $200 a month for an entire year, that equals $2,400. This is likely where the number in these headlines is coming from. It is not a sudden surprise deposit that will hit tomorrow, but instead it refers to proposals that have been discussed as part of Social Security reform. Some lawmakers believe seniors deserve at least that much extra every year, especially with inflation, rising food costs, rent, and medical bills. Think about it. Most seniors live on a fixed income. Prices of groceries and gas keep climbing, but their monthly check only grows a little bit each year through the cost of living adjustment. That adjustment, known as QOA, is based on inflation numbers. But many seniors say it doesn't match the real cost of living. That is why the idea of adding $200 more each month has become so popular. Now, what about Trump's role in this? Recently, Trump has been speaking strongly about protecting Social Security, promising no cuts, and even pushing ideas to give seniors tax relief. One of the most repeated lines is that he wants to make Social Security tax-free for most seniors. Right now, depending on your income, many people actually pay taxes on part of their Social Security benefits. This has been seen as unfair because seniors already worked and paid into the system their whole lives. Trump has been pushing this idea to stop taxes on those benefits, which would give seniors more money in their pockets without raising their checks directly. On top of that, some reports say his team has been working on a bigger Social Security plan that includes faster service, less backlog, and possibly new financial relief measures. This is why you are hearing so many headlines about him, Social Security, and big numbers like 2,400. But here's the truth you need to know. As of right now, there is no official confirmation that a $2,400 lump sum payment will hit your account tomorrow or next week. The Social Security Administration has not published anything like that on its official website. The VA has not released any statement about sending out $2,400 checks either. What is happening instead is that these numbers are being discussed as part of broader proposals. Lawmakers debate these ideas, the president makes promises, and sometimes bills are introduced in Congress. But until those bills pass and the agencies announce a schedule, it remains talk, not action. That said, talk can sometimes lead to action. For example, in the past when inflation spiked, Congress approved stimulus checks. When the pandemic hit, trillions of dollars in relief were sent out quickly. So, while $2,400 is not officially scheduled, it is not impossible if the pressure grows strong. Enough and lawmakers agree on it. Let us imagine what $2,400 could mean for seniors. For someone on SSI, where the maximum monthly check is about $967 about it. For an individual, an extra $2,400 could cover 2 or 3 months of rent or food. For someone on SSDI who may already be struggling with medical bills and limited work options, it could mean catching up on past due expenses. For veterans on VA benefits, many of whom deal with both financial and health challenges, $2,400 could be a lifeline. That is why this rumor has spread so quickly. It connects to real needs and real struggles faced by millions of people. Seniors are not asking for luxury. They are asking for survival, dignity, and the ability to live without constant fear of running out of money before the month ends. So the key question is, what should you expect right now? The realistic expectation is that your normal Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or VA check will continue to arrive on its regular schedule. There is no sudden extra $2,400 deposit this week. However, there are real policy moves happening in Washington that could shape your future benefits. Trump has already signed executive orders to strengthen the Social Security Administration, to improve customer service, and to explore ways of giving seniors more relief. Congress is debating long-term Social Security reforms, and the pressure from seniors, advocacy groups, and even younger Americans who worry about their future retirement is rising every single day. This pressure matters. When millions of voices demand action, Washington listens. That is why it is important for you to stay informed, to know the difference between rumors and facts, and to speak up when it matters. Now let us step back for a moment and talk about the bigger picture. Social Security is not just a monthly check. It is the foundation of retirement security in America. When Franklin Roosevelt created it during the Great Depression, the goal was simple. No elderly person should live in poverty after working a lifetime. Over the decades, Social Security has grown, adapted, and faced many challenges. Today, it faces new challenges. The population is aging, meaning more people are retiring, and fewer people are paying into the system. Medical costs are higher than ever, and people are living longer. This creates pressure on the trust funds that pay for Social Security. Experts have warned that without reform, the trust fund could face shortfalls in the next decade. That is why you hear so many debates in Washington about Social Security reform. The $2,400 number is part of that larger debate: how to give more to seniors while keeping the system strong for the future. So, where do things stand right now? As of this moment, the only guaranteed increases you will see are from the annual KOA adjustments for 2025. The COLA is set at 2.5%. That means your monthly check is a little higher than last year. For SSI recipients, the maximum has risen to $967 per month for individuals and $450 for couples. For SSDI and Social Security retirees, the increase depends on your specific benefit amount. For VA benefits, separate cost of living. Adjustments also apply. These are small increases compared to the idea of an extra $200 a month, but they are real and confirmed. So while you may not see $2,400 suddenly appear, you will see a steady increase that adds up over the year. At this point, you might be wondering, why do so many YouTube videos, posts, and articles keep saying $2,400 deposits tomorrow? The answer is simple. Big numbers and urgent headlines grab attention. People are worried and they click on anything that gives them hope. But here, we want to be honest with you. We do not play with your hopes. We explain what is true, what is possible, and what you should really expect. That is why subscribing to this channel matters. We filter out the noise and give you the facts. And speaking of facts, here's another one. Proposals like the $200 per month increase are not dead. They are alive in Congress. They may not be passed yet, but they are still being discussed. If enough support builds, they could become reality. That is why your voice matters. Call your representatives, share your concerns, and let them know how important Social Security is to you. Think about this. In a country as wealthy as America, no senior should be forced to choose between paying for medicine and paying for food. No veteran should be left behind after serving their nation. No disabled person should live in fear of losing their home because their check is too small. That is why this conversation is about more than just numbers. It is about values. What kind of country do we want to be? Do we want to honor our seniors or do we want to let them struggle? Do we want to protect the vulnerable or do we want to ignore them? These are the questions that leaders in Washington must answer, and these are the questions that you, the people, can influence with your voices and your votes. So, let us bring it back full circle. What did Trump just do? He made promises to protect Social Security, to stop taxing benefits for many seniors, and to explore ways of giving financial relief. He signed actions to make the Social Security system stronger and more efficient. But as for the $2,400 deposits, those remain a proposal, not a done deal. It is something that could happen if Congress acts, but it is not something you should expect in your account tomorrow. The best thing you can do right now is stay informed, manage your expectations, and keep watching for official announcements from the Social Security Administration, the VA, and the White House. Before we end, let me ask you a question. Do you think seniors deserve an extra $200 a month added to their benefits? Do you believe $2,400 a year would make a real difference in your life or the life of someone you know? Leave your answer in the comments because your stories matter. They show the real human side of these policies. And if you want me to keep updating you on every new bill, every new promise, and every confirmed payment schedule, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. This way, you will never miss the truth and you will always know what is really happening with your benefits.